Today's class is yoga for opening the body. So this is great if you're experiencing physical tightness in your body, and also energetically, it's a beautiful practice to keep your body open to giving and receiving love. So especially in times that we want to close, kind of isolate, this is really a beautiful practice to energetically stay open and stay free. So for today's practice, I recommend you get 2 yoga blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks, you can always use large books, like large Harry Potter books or something of the sort. And you can get started today in tabletop position. So stack your shoulders on top of your wrists and your hips on top of your knees. And we'll start today with a sway through the spine. So you're going to create a kind of figure 8 shape. And you do this by swaying your hips from the left to the right. And start to breathe as you do this. You can close your eyes. Your shoulders will follow the sway of your hips. But more important than getting it right is moving in a way that feels really good. And then come back to neutral. Sink your hips towards your heels for a high child's pose. So push your hands into the earth, strengthen the muscles in your arms. Find a tall, long neck, relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Good, and then rise back up to tabletop, and you will tuck your toes underneath you and find downward facing dog. And you can lengthen your stance a little bit before you do that. And pedal out your legs one at a time. Feel free to keep your eyes closed as you tune into the sensations in your body. Continue to breathe in and out your nose. And then come to stillness and lift your hips high. Good, and then sink your knees back down to the earth. Bring your feet together and sink back for a full child's pose. Rest your forehead on the mat. Make contact with the earth and feel her holding you. Feel the earth, the ground holding you. Good. Inhale, shift forward, tabletop position. And now crawl your knees back in so they're stacked underneath your hips and find cat-cow. So as you inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, extending especially through the upper back. So your heart is really broad. Your chest is broad, rather. Your heart is open. And then as you exhale, round through your spine and find cat pose. And here, really try and push your belly button up towards the sky and feel your muscles engage as you do that. Good, and then press your hands down so your upper back broadens even more. Lovely. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, and again, find cow pose. And take a few breaths here in cow. Inhale, let it go. Last inhale and exhale. Good. All right, and then you will swing your booty off to the right and knees go off to the left rather. Hips to the right, knees to the left. And then you're just going to lay down. So you get a nice stretch in the outer right glute. This yoga pose doesn't have a name because I made it up, which you're allowed to do in my yoga classes. And I recommend that you make poses up because at the end of the day, we're just stretching our bodies, we're just moving. And then bring your hands back to center. And then you're going to lift your hips back up. Crawl your knees over to the right side of your mat and drop your hips over to the left. And bring your forearms down to the mat. So I really recommend when you're doing your yoga practice, kind of tuning into your body in the midst of listening to my guidance and asking, is this the right pose for me? Does this feel good? And if not, you can change it. And really, you can change it to anything that you want. Every posture is adaptable because at the end of the day, we're just moving our bodies. All right, press into your palms, lift your hips back up, and then crawl your knees back to center. And again, find downward facing dog. Good, and then lift your right leg up towards the sky, stretch through the left hamstring, and bring your foot in between your hands. And then this is the part where you can grab your blocks. If you don't have your blocks, again, you can use books, you can use pillows, or if you don't need them, you can always just take it without. They're just a little extra support. And then we're going to move through cat-cow lunges. So as you inhale, lift your chest. And as you exhale, straighten-ish your right leg and bend over the right leg, opening the right hamstring. Inhale, lift your chest. And the blocks, you can kind of press in, up and in on them, and that can lighten your left knee. And exhale, round over. If you need some extra support beneath your left knee, feel free to grab a pillow or a blanket, whatever you need. Inhale, lift your chest. Feels good. Exhale, straighten-ish your right leg. Absolutely lovely. Move your blocks out of the way, come forward, inhale, shift forward, exhale, lower halfway down. Press back up, inhale, shift forward, exhale, lower halfway down. Press back up, inhale, shift forward, exhale, lower halfway down, then lower all the way down and find a low cobra. So really press your hips into the earth, tuck your tailbone under, and then lift your chest. So your lower back is protected because all those muscles are engaged as you push your pubic bone into the earth. Good. Lower down and then tuck your toes, press up and find downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Again, breathe in. Exhale, release, surrender. Inhale, lift your left leg up towards the sky, opening the right hamstring now. And then exhale, step your left foot in between your hands. Drop your right knee to the earth. Grab your blocks. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, straighten-ish your left leg. Inhale, lift your chest, bend your left knee. Exhale, straighten-ish the left leg and round over. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, bring it back. Good. Move the blocks out of your way. Bring your left knee back to meet your right. Swing your legs out around you and then make your way towards the center of the mat with your bum right in the middle. Nice. All right, then plant your feet on the earth. Close your eyes once again and roll back. Find a curve in your lower back so there's a little tuck of your tailbone. You really feel your core engage. And then slowly, slowly, slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Good. And then lay. Take a breath here. You can cactus your arms, so bring your elbows to 90 degrees, palms facing the sky, and drop both knees over to the left. Feel your right side body opening. Good. And now flex your ankles, flex your feet. And use the strength of your core to bring your knees back to center. You can scoot your hips back to center and then drop your knees over to the right. Welcome to adjust. You're welcome to adjust slightly as needed. And feel your left side body opening. Deep inhale. Exhale, release. Good. Now flex your feet a lot. Stabilize your core. And being mindful of your back, not, adjust as needed, but if you're up for it, bring your knees back to center with the strength of your core. Good. And then pull your knees into your chest. Bring your head up towards your knees, and you're going to engage every muscle in your body. So start with your feet, flex your feet, then squeeze your shins, and squeeze your thighs, your glutes, engage your core, engage the muscles in your chest, engage your arms, make sure that the lower body is staying engaged. Good. Keep the neck sort of relaxed. Don't stress too much there, but every muscle in the body working for 3, 2, 1, and then exhale. Relax. Good. Bend your knees and windshield wiper the knees from the left to the right. You can bring a smile to the corners of your lips. Good. And then bring your feet closer together. Separate your knees wide. This pose in Sanskrit is called Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle. If it's really uncomfortable for your legs or your knees, you can always slide your blocks underneath your outer thighs. Take deep breaths here. Good, and then bring your knees together. And you can rock and roll a few times. Make your way to a seated position. And then extend your legs out in front of you. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, lead with your heart and fold down. And you're welcome again to rest your hands on your blocks or on your shins. Now, what I actually want you to do is keep a micro bend in your knees today if you're open for it. So rather than trying to kind of fold over into this malleable thing, stay relatively engaged for this one. So knees bent, heels pressed down, heart forward, core engaged. So we're in an active version of this seated forward fold. Good, and then gently rise back up. And come to a cross-legged position. Good. And then just tune into your body, scan your body. Notice the sensations that you feel after even just this short amount of movement. Good. Take a deep inhale and release. And then take your hands and you're going to give your legs a little bit of love. So start to just squeeze the shins, a little self-massage. And as you massage this part of your body, you can tell this part why you love it. So thank you, my legs, for helping me walk and run from place to place, or whatever you want to thank your body for. Stay with your legs for now. Good. And then to your belly, you can offer your midsection some touch. And even if it's hard, or maybe it's really easy, tell this part of your body why you love it. So thank you, stomach, for digesting my food. Thank you, core, for protecting my spine. Good. And then you can move up and bring your hands to your arms and slowly massage the arms and thank this part of your body. Thank you, arms, for helping me carry things, for helping me reach towards the high cabinets, for helping me play musical instruments. If you haven't moved to the other arm yet, do so. And really slow down, so try and not just go through the motions, but feel what would serve this part of your body, what kind of touch. Good, and then you can bring your hands up towards your chest and your neck, your upper back. Thank these parts. You can thank them for their function that they serve, or you can thank them for being super physically sexy. It doesn't matter, whatever speaks to you today, or maybe both. Good, and then move up to your face and lightly bring touch, bring healing to the muscles in your face. You can thank your face and get for the senses that it offers you. For its beauty, for its ability to express what you're feeling through facial expressions. And then to the top of your head. You can thank your brain for all the hard work it does. Maybe you want to tell it can go off duty a little more often. I'm just joking. Or maybe you can energetically tune into your crown and thank your head for being tuned into collective consciousness. You want to take a more energetic route. Good, and then we'll end at the heart space, so you can place your hand on your heart and then the other on top. And relax your shoulders and ask your heart, how are you feeling? And listen without trying to interpret too much. And then ask that feeling, is there anything that you need? And then thank your heart for its communications. If it wasn't super clear today, that's perfectly fine. You just invited your heart to communicate whenever it wants to, which is beautiful. And rest your hands down and notice where you feel more open in your body. Thank yourself for showing up for your mat today, for showing up for your body, your mind, and your energy. We'll close the practice. May the light in me honor and respect the light in you. Namaste. Your questions, comments, and feedback are always welcome. Please leave them in the comments or reach out to me.